Hey guys, it's Brick Thunder, and today I'm going to be going over the Lowe's 2023 leaks that we just recently found and why this could completely change the retail haunt industry. Okay, so this is a very exciting video. Normally, I don't do reaction videos too much anymore. I stick to mostly unboxings and just setups of the haunt, but this is a big deal for retail. As you know, I do collect some pro items as well, and I'd love to get more into that eventually, but the more retail stuff is more affordable for most people. But it has just changed very dramatically, and the barrier between pro and retail has definitely gotten much thinner now. So I'm going to be going over that and why this is such a big deal with the props Lowe's just dropped. And I'm just going to be reacting pretty much to some of these props. I have already seen them all, but if you guys haven't, I am going to go through all of the leaks that we have found in just a second. So here we go. Okay, so starting here with three a bit less exciting ones for me, ones that I don't plan on getting, but they're still pretty cool, especially if you have beams fitting these areas. So we have the 6-foot zombie, which sounds like it's actually going to kind of lunge at you, which might be a really cool animation. We don't actually have any videos of anything yet, so we'll see pretty soon, hopefully. We also have the Lowe's take on Home Depot's Pumpkin Twins. This looks very similar, but as you can see, they're playing instruments, so that might be cool for a more kid-friendly haunt. And then we also have the Cauldron Duo. Cauldron Duo is something we've seen for many years, so not too exciting. They do look pretty cool, though, and it looks like they have a good amount of movement. Okay, so here we have two set piece decorations. I love when companies do this. I think we totally need to see more like this. As you can see, one kind of looks like the Home Depot Mausoleum archway from a little while ago, just this one's metal, which is really cool. I think it looks very professional. And then the tree, which also looks really cool, that is likely blow molded, just like the larger 12 foot, 15 foot, stuff like that from Home Depot. But it's pretty cool. Both of those things look really cool. I'm not sure if I'm going to be getting either yet. I am kind of considering that archway just because it looks awesome. The tree looks a bit too kid-friendly for me just because of that face. But other than that, both are really cool. Then there's this guy. This guy is amazing. It does say he's only 8 feet, which might mean the actual character is a bit small, but still, it's awesome. This looks like Lowe's take on Dark Angel, pretty much. Home Depot released their Dark Angel. I did buy that. That is definitely one of my favorites from them. But this guy's really cool. He's unique. He's standing on that tomb type thing, which kind of gives me the same feel as the Barker Clown from Morris Costumes, if you guys have seen that. I love the idea of a normal size prop standing on a tall thing to make them tall. I also love big props, but I think that's pretty clever. And it'll look great in a graveyard. It also has cool movement. Something I would not expect it has jaw movement, which you don't really see a jaw there. So we'll see how that goes. But the wings move also. They flap just like Dark Angel. So it'll be a pretty cool one. Okay, so here's the two I want to talk about. These are the pneumatic animatronics. This is a pneumatic cylinder. If you don't know what this is, it is air powered, and they are awesome. These things can do so much more than just motors can, and seeing them in retail is not something I would ever expect. I do have a few pneumatic animatronics, and usually pneumatic stuff costs thousands and thousands. We are getting pneumatic stuff from Lowe's for only $350. That is incredible. So the main difference, other than being powered by air, which means you do need to get a compressor for that, I believe. They don't list anything about if it includes a small one or not. Likely no. Most animatronics do not include a compressor, even if they are pneumatic. But you can find used compressors for very cheap, or you can just get one at most hardware stores. But the main difference with these is they can do very rapid movement. For example, Distortion's Mutant uses pneumatics. Most of Distortion's animatronics do. They do have some motorized, but most of their stuff does use pneumatics. And Mutant or the electric chair are good examples of how rapid these things can fire and how crazy the movement can get. Now, we're not seeing that from Lowe's just yet, but this is very promising because it's using the same technology. Lowe's, right now, what they're planning on doing with these two, which this is all based on the description, this is not 100% final, but what it looks like they're doing is just a single jump scare and reset. Now, With the clown looks like it's going to be kind of like Dead Humor from Spirit Halloween, but pneumatic. So it'll just shoot up and then shoot down. That's one thing I'll talk about. And then the demon girl type thing, it says she pops up and then pops down. So they're not doing that rapid back forth yet, but it is definitely possible. So, like I said, I was going to mention resets. Resets with these are awesome because, for example, a prop like Mr. Dark, who's amazing, has a great motion, a great scare, takes a very long time to reset. And when you have a lot of people coming through the haunt, you want to pump people through as fast as you can because you want everyone to see it all. So with a prop that's resetting, sometimes you'll have a group come in when it's still resetting and they won't get scared. With a pneumatic cylinder, this thing will reset in less than a second. It'll shoot down, or it'll shoot up for the scare, then shoot down just as fast. And that really requires no reset time. So you're going to get a scare for every single group that comes through, no matter how close they are or how spaced out they are from the previous group. Pneumatics are also super compact. This is a pretty long cylinder. This is a bit longer than the ones on Mutant and stuff like that. They don't need to be this big. Some are extremely tiny. I am not sure at all how big the ones Lowe's is using are yet, or what they look like even. I'm hoping they are the full metal actual pneumatic cylinders. Hopefully they're not kind of a just version of it. But seeing the price, I'm pretty sure it'll be a pretty good cylinder. I'm definitely hoping for that. One thing you will notice is the base, at least on the clown, is huge. We don't know exactly about the girl yet because it's either hidden under the dress, which would be pretty small, or just completely cropped out of the image. But the clown, the clothing covers that entire base, and it's massive. That's because of how fast it's going to shoot up, and it would definitely move that thing a lot, especially depending on the pressure. They will likely recommend a PSI to run these at. Distortions, like with Mutant, you run them around 100 PSI. That would probably be a bit too much for a retail animatronic, seeing that we're still using mainly aluminum and not the big welded steel that like pro companies use. But we'll see. They'll probably have us run it at around 60 or 80, and that'll still fire this thing super fast, and they will be some really good scares. Another great thing pneumatics are able to do is lift much heavier things. For example, Colossus is lifted by a pneumatic cylinder. Now that's a cylinder that we are not going to be seeing in retail probably ever, just because of how expensive they get when they get that big. But this cylinder could easily lift a 12-footer's arm or something like that. Or something a normal stepper motor that we usually see could not do. For example, like Cackles. Cackles has the head turn because it's mounted on a big bearing. It's able to do that just because most of the weight is taken off by that bearing, and the motor just has to push it back and forth. But with something like this, the entire body could easily turn, the arms could raise, stuff like that. It could even bend forward and back, kind of look down at people. It can basically do anything. So we could totally see some bigger movements coming very soon. All right, so that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. Let me know what you guys think about seeing pneumatics in the retail industry, something most of us never really expected to see. As many of you probably know, Home Depot leaks start coming out in the next few months as well, so hopefully we see some pneumatics by them as well. That would be awesome. It really definitely makes sense for the pneumatic stuff to be with that hardware type industry because they sell compressors, they sell pneumatic stuff. It would make sense to sell the pneumatic animatronics alongside that. So overall, I'm super excited about Lowe's 2023. This could totally change the future of retail. I'm really hoping they continue with pneumatics in the future because of the endless possibilities you can do with them. It's pretty amazing. All right, so that's all for today. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.